Hello. We're kind of Halloweening it a little bit this time.
Yeah,
Nope.
here's my face when I'm old.
I don't have an old face. I don't know. I always wanted like my wrinkle lines to look like I'm really happy all the time. I want to have
Mine's
happy
not.
wrinkles, so when people talk to me, they're like, "Man, that old guy did cool shit." I say shit. That's all I want. I just want to do cool shit.
I don't want my face to look like this when I'm old.
So,
Okay.
okay.
We'll get down to business.
We haven't stopped the grind of self-work. I thought for a minute that I was going to get a little bit of a break, and I was wrong, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not upset about it at all because I've learned some valuable lessons even since our last video, which is the entire point, and that's why we continue doing these things. So a lot of that to do with good communication and interaction, and with that, I'm going to hand it over to Sis before she forgets her thought and we have to restart the video again.
Okay, so my thought was like, I remember when I first started the journey of like self-actualization. Is that what we're calling it?
It is self-actualization.
Okay,
This is something
so-
I have experience with that she is newer at.
Yes.
So thank God we're back on my turf for a moment.
So what's interesting to me is like in the beginning it was so hard for me because I'd start working on my mind and I'd start like really hamming myself, and then I would get so overwhelmed and burnt out from self-work, and then I would just like throw it all away for a second and just forget about it and then like do this other thing. What I was not doing was connecting those two parts of myself. So now it feels like I have a balance with it where instead of getting stressed out that I like don't understand something that I'm going through, I just like sit there and I super observe it, and like I don't just like throw it out like I used to. So it's nice that I found a way to integrate it into just like me and as I am all the time. And then if there is something that I'm sitting on for a while, like I'm really anxious about it, or like it's a new trigger that I've started identifying and working on, I can actually tell myself it's okay to put it aside for now. Like right now in this moment, I can't think about it. Like where I'm getting at with it is not anywhere. So I can come back to it later. And it's like my subconscious does the work, and it's actually like it helps me find the answers.
Absolutely.
Is that how it goes?
Subconscious programming. It's all everything is subconscious programming. You teach your subconscious to do it. You make the back of your mind do the heavy work. Just I've never been able to completely cut through the anxiety, and partially found out why.
We're gonna have some dudes run by.
Most of you won't be upset about it. They're in good shape.
I'll just like go this way
Good
a little
time.
bit for some of you out there.
Good.
Have
So-
fun with that. You're welcome. All right.
Okay, two different things here. I'm gonna get back to the test. Okay, I read something earlier this week that's kind of I was reminded of by what she just said, and about working things into your and learning, not throwing things aside when you're working hard on something, and that is to be a consistently learning and growing person. It's important to live right on the edge, not way past your comfort level side of the edge, but like just a comfortable amount. I'm living right outside my comfort zone to where you're experiencing feelings you're not completely comfortable with, that you're having some new experiences, and you have to figure out how to work through some new things that you're not necessarily familiar with. So I've stated over the past couple of years several times to a lot of people I know that I on purpose enjoy putting myself in uncomfortable situations sometimes because I learn a lot from those situations.
Definitely.
So nothing has changed, and now we get to the test. So we're working on connection. Okay, that's where this all kind of sparred from. That's where we got to from the point of what was last week, the week before, Miranda killing us. Vulnerability. Wow. Okay, that's huge. So like this is legitimately like us figuring things out as we go and basically blogging about it. Okay, at this point, because we have had a lot of lessons we've learned in the past, but we're both in points of like just real like
we're in like the same
growth.
Yeah, like we're
flowing, dude.
So yeah, we grew up similar but different, and growth in different ways. Chris and I are at a point where we're like, wow, this is big for both of us, and it's something that we both have not understood. So you guys are watching those wheels turning right now.
Most definitely.
And a lot of it for us is vulnerability has unlocked a cajillion other things.
Like not necessarily knowing how to connect with people or being comfortable connecting with people on a personal level, not really understanding those feelings once you try to put them forth, which is a lot more self-worth. I had no idea this was a running show.
I didn't either.
Found this great backlight with a bridge in it though, right? So what really led me to a thing a couple days ago, her friend Jonna, hey Jonna, love you Jonna, sent me a test, and it was a
attachment style quiz, and it went over like your relationship with your mother, relationship with your father, and relationship with a partner.
Yes.
And so
that was eye-opening.
Chris and I actually had like different results on it.
Very different.
And he was surprised by the results that I had.
Yeah.
Which I found interesting because some of you know, I don't know if we talked a lot about it on here, but hi Mom. Mom knows that we've had the first 26 years of my life. I'm 27 now, so last year not so bad. But the first 26 years of my life with my mom was very difficult for both of us. We did not have the greatest relationship, my bio mom. And there was like a couple years ago, I really like took some space from her. And throughout the past couple years, I've been implementing like boundaries and talking about my needs and being just very honest and open with her. And so I feel for my mom like I did when I was a kid again. I have that childlike love and wonder for my mom again. And I never thought I would get here, and I'm really glad that I did before, you know, I don't have her anymore. So like Chris was surprised to see that like our relationship like on my thing was actually a bit stronger.
A lot stronger.
A lot stronger.
Your relationship with Mom was listed as way stronger than mine. My relationships with anybody were listed not in the best spots at all. And that's just with communication, and it's an attachment anxiety test. So it shows you whether you are going to, basically mine told me that I avoid social situations and getting close to people at any cost, which was eye-opening because I didn't realize it was that bad. But I've had plenty of experiences that have definitely reinforced that even lately. So it is good to know. I'm proud to have this information now and know where to go with it and know exactly how to learn from it, which is why we do what we do. You know, because everything that we've done leads us to our next goal, our next journey, and I feel like this is a really big one. Once I relearn how to be a trusting person and create genuine relationships with people, I'll be stronger than I've ever felt in my mental health, you know? And
I'm on that journey too. Like, I have always thought, I don't know, the past couple years, or actually this last year really, is when I've started like in-depth self-growth. My connections with people, I have had hard conversations with a lot of people, even some of my best friends. Like, but the cool thing about it is like there was one night specifically, me and two of my friends were sitting down and I was triggered about something and she was triggered by me being triggered. And so I'm glad that we had another friend there, Shay and Matt. Love you guys. If you even watch them.
Shouting out all our people.
I know, huh? So I enjoyed Matthew sitting there and like helping mediate how Shay and I were feeling. And like after that was all over, Shay even texted me the next day and she's like, thank you for like sitting down and talking with me and like, you know, explaining to me how you felt. She's like, because that helped me with like, she had some training at work the next day where they went over people with PTSD. And like she said that she understood it so much better. And another thing is like that also made me feel in turn closer to her. Like we've been best friends since we were 13, but like even now, like I feel even closer to her. I feel our relationship strengthening. And it was nice to also understand why like her tone of voice changed every time that this would happen. Like we sat down and instead of just ignoring it, that's just Shay, that's just Julia, like we sat down and we figured it out. So now we better understand each other. And what it's about for me, is strengthening the relationships that I do have, because I love my people. I want to understand you guys. I want to hear communication. I want to know that I am somebody in your life that you can go to and that you trust and can communicate with. Like that's what I want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting eaten by
it's
mosquitoes,
definitely some
guys.
mosquitoes.
Like, it's so bad. It's the lemonade I just had. They love my sweet blood.
So, to conclude on that a little bit, that was a beautiful story of growth and communication,
Mm-hmm.
where your friend was obviously experiencing some uncomfortable emotions that were probably uncomfortable for her to talk about, uncomfortable for
Yeah.
you to address, and you had that uncomfortable conversation anyways, and
Mhm.
made good things happen because of it.
Well, it's nice
that's what
that
it's
Shay
about.
and I were both open to it, too. Like, I was scared. Because, like, y'all know me and Shay. Well, some of y'all do. Like, Shay is fire. And I am, like, an air sign, the Libra. And Aries and Libras usually get along pretty well if you're into all the astrology stuff. And, like, Shay and I decided long ago that she's the one who can get angry about things. I can't get angry about things. But I'm the one that can, like, keep her grounded and help her with, like, that groundedness. So, like, we really do balance each other out. She gets angry for me, and I help keep the balance for her. And that's just how our friendship works. So it was nice, like, I've invested a lot in Shay, and Shay has invested a lot in me, and that's why we have each other. You know, we're just... I love you forever, girl. I'm gonna tell her to watch this, because I don't know if she watches all of them. But,
Yeah, this would
Yeah.
definitely be a good one to watch.
but like, that communication was like a big thing for the both of us, I feel. You know?
Absolutely.
And that's the... I think a lot of people are scared too, because I see it with a lot of people who are partnered. Like, you've been with somebody for years and there's this, like, disconnect or whatever going on. And, like, it's been like that for so long, so why should you even work on it? Well,
Count
why
to three,
shouldn't
man.
you?
Blurt that shit out.
Like,
You gotta
work on
say
it. Like, if you're uncomfortable, if you don't understand something, ask a question about it. I ask questions all the time. I don't care if somebody's like, wow, you didn't know that. No, I didn't. And that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because there are infinite possibilities in this world to be learning and exploring. And, oh, I did not know this one word. And, oh, I do not understand why you are acting this way. Or, like, not in a bad sense either. Like, I don't understand, like, why you feel this way or why you're acting this way. Can you explain it to me? Can you emphasize on that for me? That allows them to, in turn, talk about it, and that allows me and or you to better understand them.
Yes.
So why not ask those questions? And why not put out there these things that are very disconnected in your mind that you've been feeling with somebody that you really care about?
Because it's difficult, but if it's difficult, it's good for you. That's why we do hard things, and then we come talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And it's been a long road of that. Been a long couple weeks of that. But
Yeah.
I don't regret a thing.
I don't either. Like, I've identified more triggers. I've been more
Yeah, for
vulnerable than
real.
I've been in the past couple
Let's
weeks.
talk about sugar.
Excuse me. Wow, I
Still
did
love
that
it.
in public just now.
Look.
I
Yeah,
burped.
she yelled at me earlier. We're at the restaurant. I was like, I don't care. Like, it's happening. It's all happening. Now it's dark. So these have been the inner workings of our mind.
We are not professionals.
We've just shared our journey.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Please give us a like if you're still with us. We appreciate and love you so very much. And enjoy
Yeah.
the darkness that is the month of October that we love so very much.
That was not scary. You scared
Ah.
me. Ugh.
Grr.
Ah.
Your taxes are going to be due soon. You have to pay them on everything. That's scary.
Horror.
That's about as bad as I can get.
Actually, yeah, I'm really scared for that season.
The country's falling apart and the dollar's going to crash. Okay, love you guys.
Oh.